I gotta check to see if my volume is together, so bear with me for a second. But if you're looking at the title, it clearly says CNA. And even though there's a CNA job opportunities. So there was someone that reached out to me. She sent me a DM on Instagram. So Chris, this video is 100% for you and anybody else that needs this information. I believe you were saying that you are starting CNA school and you want to know how to make more money. So here we go. Let me get this off to make sure y'all can hear me, and then we'll get into it. So if you have any questions there we go. If you have any questions while I am talking about these opportunities, or you have any other questions about nursing, this one in particular is about being a nurse assistant, but you can throw it in the chat. And I'm probably going to do a poll because I'm not sure if Chris is the only one that was interested in CNA opportunities, or if, hey Gina, or if anybody else did. But let me put a poll in the chat to see if anybody else, had not concerns, but just wanted to go into being a CNA. Hey, okay, you're a CNA. All right, perfect. So let me see. I'm going to put in anyone. Nice. Okay. Anyone interested in becoming a CNA or currently, for those that's already in the live that's writing on the comments, what area do you work at as a CNA? Let me know. And thanks for the likes. Let me see. And sorry for my dog. My poodle Winston is barking downstairs. Let me see. Currently, ooh, my little thing is in the way. Currently working. You in Texas, you looking to travel. See, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to definitely get into that. You said you love all dogs. Yeah, my poodle, he's something else. He's small as I don't know what, but he swear he big. He's not. Okay. So, okay, I just started the poll. So let me get to it. Now, there are, ooh, I messed up on the poll. Let me, I'm going to just leave it. Human error. Okay, so I did put some things down on some paper because I didn't want to forget. I didn't want to miss anything. So if I have brain fog, then I can go look at my paper because, I always have my MacBook in my lap when I'm doing these lives so that I can see the comments as they're coming in, as well as, I can be interactive with you because I like to interact. Okay. So Chris, if you're on this video, like I said in the beginning, this video is for you and anybody else that wants to get into this field. Now, they say nurses are the backbone of healthcare. CNAs are as well. Nurses need the CNAs or the techs or the patient care techs to help them to get through with a smooth day. And anybody that say they not worth it, they a lie, because if you have a good CNA, you'll have a good day at work. If you work together and you're not worried about, oh, you got to do this and oh, I'll only do that. If you come in as a team, your day will be A-okay. All right. So these opportunities. So, okay, Ladybug. Oh, why is my thing delayed on my phone? Let me try to refresh this on my phone. On my Mac. There we go. So, I follow people, I know people that started their healthcare journey as a CNA. Myself, I started as a phlebotomist. I worked as, if you would call it a CNA, it was called a PCT in the ER. I worked as a PCT for maybe 2 months while studying for, hey Melanie, while studying for boards because I finished nursing school. So I needed to do something while I was studying for boards, and I wanted to get a feel for in the hospital more than just drawing blood. All right, so I've seen CNAs work their way up to being a nurse practitioner. So it's a stepping stone to get you to the next level if you decide, if you want to. Some people are content with being a CNA. Some people want to level up, make more money. Either way, it's fine. Okay, so let's see. So for these opportunities for CNAs, if it's anybody else that's in the chat that's a CNA, I need to see your name in the comments to say me. If you've been a CNA in the past, cool. But I want to talk to CNAs that are currently a CNA. And I'm sure everybody wants an opportunity for more money, because some people don't really know where to go. Some people think, oh, I'm a CNA, I'm gonna work in a nursing home. So if you're a CNA working in a nursing home, put it in the chat. There's also, okay, Gina and Regina, there's also CNA opportunities that people don't even think about. So I'm gonna get into those that people don't think about. So of course, you can be a CNA in the hospital, right? Any acute care settings, med surge, ICU, ER. Now, like I said, in the ER, they may call it a patient care tech, a PCT, or PCA, patient care associate. It may not be certified nurse assistant or nursing assistant. In some of the government jobs, they may say a NA, a nursing assistant. Why is my dog barking so much? Usually he quiet when I do these lives, so forgive me. Okay. But yeah, so emergency, you'll earn higher wages for sure in a hospital setting than in long-term care. But the way long-term care is, I'm from Michigan, but the way long-term care is, they may throw an incentive. I know for nurses, they pay nurses a good amount of money. So you get paid more at the long-term care facility than the hospital, but you have to deal with a whole bunch more BS, okay? And your patient load is not 1 to 8, 1 to 6, 1 to 7. It's like 1 to 25, or depending on where you at, 1 to 50. Oh, you can't hear the dog? Good, 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 good. Cold beer. That's a name. Okay, cold beer. Lots of love from India. Thank you. All right. So with hospitals, and anybody can chime in that works in long-term care, nursing homes, hospitals may offer more of a shift diff for, midnights, afternoons, holidays. I'm sure they do something for long-term care, but I've never worked in long-term care, only to draw blood when I was a senior lab assistant. So we would go into the nursing homes, we would draw the blood. I don't think I could really stay in a nursing home because not all of them were clean. The smell would get to me, and my nose is a bloodhound, so I smell everything. So coming in, it automatically reeked of urine. Maybe some bowel movements, but it automatically just smelled like urine, like nobody ever cleaned anybody. But that was just my nose. My nose is something else. Okay. So another area that CNAs can get money is doing home care. So a lot of people just kind of don't really pay attention to home care when it comes to being a certified nurse assistant or a nurse assistant or a tech or whatever you prefer. But you can do home care. So instead of getting a caseload, or I'm sorry, not a caseload, I'm thinking of case management. Instead of getting a workload of If you in long-term care, you got 20 plus patients to make sure that you take care of, clean up within a time frame. You can work home care, you one-on-one with the patient. Okay, you're coming into their home. If you're comfortable with coming into their home, you coming into their home, you taking care of this one patient. If you're doing a full 8 hours, cool. If you decide that you want to keep that patient and take care of them all week, Monday through Friday, you can do that. When I worked in the ICU, there was a patient that was a teenager. He lived in a really nice home. I believe he used to run track like how I used to. He got into an accident, and no, absolutely not. Anyway, he got into a car accident and was paralyzed. So by him being paralyzed, of course, he couldn't run track anymore, and it was just horrible for him. But he had someone that's been taking care of him since the accident, and she would work Monday through Friday, and that was her only patient. On the weekends, I would do the weekends because on my off weekends, I would come and help him. The family was sweet. They loved me. When they went out of town, they wanted me to come to pack him up for whatever. But home care is not bad, especially, don't even read things like that out loud. Just ignore them. Right, because I just say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. Let me go to, let me see. I can go ahead and put that one on timeout because nobody has time to be dealing with that. I mean, when you go live, sometimes the inappropriateness happens every time I'm live. I mean, whether it's cleavage, it could be a little piece of cleavage, and people just act like they ain't never seen a chest before. But anyway, so home health aid is good, okay? It's more one-on-one with that one patient. Hopefully the patient that you get, you like, but sometimes you may get patients that you don't really care to take care of, and you can always switch that case, right? Okay, I see somebody talking about LPN. Let me go to the comments to see if I missed anything. Definitely prefer working for one family. And Gina, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Gina, that is, here, let me see if I can hurt that on my phone. Appreciate that. If the family needs someone that long, then if you're lucky enough to get that before anybody else is, it's perfect. But say the family only needs coverage for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or weekends, then you will just be picking up that. And of course, that's not a full-time gig, but it's a step. Sometimes you may have two different families or two different patients that you have to deal with in order to have that one amount, that one full-time, that full-time hourly wage that you need. Sometimes there is, sometimes it's like little jobs that you could pick up in between your one primary patient if you want to do it like that. If somebody needs just to get their house clean, to get their clothes washed, for them to be bathed, stuff like that, you can pick those up as well. But it all depends on what the agency has. And it's some people, what's her name? She is she's not home care. She's something else. But she has 3 per diem jobs and she makes bank. She's a nurse though, but she has 3 per diem jobs that she picks up and she does intake or something like that. Dang, what is her name? Oh my God, this is going to get on my nerves. But she's a good source to look at when it comes to that. If I figure out her name, I'll say it or I'll put it in the chat. Okay, let me go back to these comments and then I'll get back to my list. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, you would like hospital or long-term care. Gina, where are you currently working? I don't know if you said it or not. And let's see. Okay, you can't hear the dog. Good. You couldn't hear the dog barking. And in your opinion, if you're a nurse's aide, what would be your dream position? I guess that's subjective. It's subjective to who the person is, because for me, I never went to school to be a CNA. I went to school to be a phlebotomist. In my perspective, I wanted to get the training to get in medical and to healthcare, and I didn't necessarily want to be a CNA to start. I said, well, let me see. I'm not scared of blood. I'm not scared of needles. Let me try phlebotomy and go from there. But I mean, like I said, it's people that went from a CNA to a nurse to a nurse practitioner. It's people that go from CNA to nurse to leadership. Somebody has to start somewhere. Okay, let me go back down to the rest of the comments. It's better working for one patient than 20. I agree, because you all over the place trying to figure out how this person likes that. And when you have that one person, you can kind of bond more. You can bond with everybody that you're with, but when you're constantly going back to them, you know, you can create that bond, and the patient will be more comfortable with you because they see you and they know who you are and what you're doing. Okay. Let's see. What about LPN? Okay, Whitney, what in particular do you want to know about the LPNs? Put it in the comments so I can elaborate on that more. Okay. This didn't apply to me, but I like this lady anyway. Awesome. Thank you so much. And if it's for somebody, share it to them, because it's a lot of people that I know that may not want to get into nursing right off. They may want to start something like being a CNA to get their foot in the door to see if they even like it. Some people may not even want to go to school to be a nurse, and then they get in the field and they hate it. So all of that time and that money is wasted. So it's nothing wrong with being a CNA first. Actually, being a CNA makes you a little bit of a better nurse because you're looking at different things. All right. A smart lady sharing her knowledge is always nice to listen to. Well, thank you. All right. Home health nurse. Okay. My mom worked for an agency and they needed someone on Christmas. She said she would come in for 4 times her wage, and they paid it. You know what, Gina, your mama knows her worth, because Christmas, when you're supposed to be with your family, your loved ones, if they need help, they got to cough up that money. They have to cough up that money because that is a holiday. If you were in a hospital, you would be getting double time. Being that they're reaching out to her because they need her. If they want her, say the price. And if they don't want to pay, but the thing is, they're looking like, she said, if we pay this, she'll do it. So that's an automatic yes to them. So why not tell them your rate? If you coming in on a day you're not supposed to work and they need your help, oh, you gonna cough up that cash, because agencies make way more than what they pay you. Remember that. As a travel nurse, when I traveled in the past, agencies make way more than what they pay you. So if you ask for a little bit more and they're okay with it, get that money. Okay, let me see. I meant if you were nurse's aide, where would you work? After I go over this list, I'll tell you for sure. I refuse to work in a nursing home regardless of the money. I did it for a little bit, but this was like 2000 and maybe 2010, 2011. I was a leader, so I made more money than the other phlebotomists. a senior lab assistant. So I couldn't. Mm-mm. And I was even enticed to be a nurse at one of the nursing homes because I knew a friend, and I may have mentioned it on another channel, but I think starting was like $40 or $50. But the nursing home that she worked at, I used to draw blood there. I know how it was. It was nasty. The smell was horrible. The patient load, I think it was like one nurse to each hallway. And then if you're short, like everybody is, you may have the whole straight across hallway instead of this part is yours, this part is yours. That was in a perfect world back there. Think about how the pandemic has gotten nurses and CNAs out of the nursing home. It's way worse. I've shown you videos of how even a director of nursing is out here swatting patients because she probably overwhelmed, don't know how to do her job, probably became a DON soon as she got her RN because that's what they do. When you get your RN degree, these nursing homes will offer, because I went to school with a girl. She was a CNA when we was in nursing school in a long-term care facility. And as soon as she got her RN, she was offered a $80,000 DON position. Now that was back then. But what I'm trying to say is they entice you with the money that you're not used to having, but you have a huge caseload. I mean, this girl didn't even have nurse judgment yet because we was brand new nurses. But that's what they do. And you got to be careful because one wrong thing, you can ruin your license. You can go to jail. You can get fired. And people don't understand that that's not in healthcare. Okay, let me go back to the comments and then I'll get back to this list. Let's see. Unfortunately, 20 plus patients won't get a great quality care. It won't trying to work it out. It sure won't, because you won't have time to sit there and be a nurturing individual to your patients when you have to check on 19 other or 20 plus other people, and where a few of them may be wanderers, or they may be, what do you call them? Sundowners. If it's time to go to sleep, they doing a lot extra, it's hard on people. So they try to entice you with a little bit more money, but you go get burnt out quick. All right, what else? I would love to be an LPN, but I'm the sole money provider in my family. The college near me, you have to be in school all day, but I have to work so I can go online. Okay, Regina. You're a CNA right now. You want to be an LPN in the future, but since you're the sole money maker in your family, that LPN class, okay, do your research. Because some schools will allow like afternoon classes or things of that sort, because I am at work with someone that's she's not like a nurse assistant or anything, but she wants to go for nursing, and she's actually looking into that. But she did a lot of research. It is several places that she's looked at, and I'm like, well, you need to do this, this, and that, and figure out what will work with your schedule. If your bills need to be paid and this school won't work with you, look at another one, because they know that you can't stop working to be a RN, a LPN, a CNA. You have to work so that some of the schools that want your money, your grants, your scholarship money, they will work with you. You just have to call and talk to them or go to an information meeting. That should be the best thing for you, Regina. Okay, let me go back. I'm here just to listen. I'm not looking for work. Okay, thanks for listening. I appreciate that. And hopefully everybody that's watching has given me a thumbs up or shared this to a friend, family member that may be interested in CNA opportunities. And again, Chris, you DM'd me. Hopefully you're on this, or you see it later if you're at work. Okay. I would love it. There's no way I pass math. Why not? You know what? Sometimes it's okay to get a tutor. It is okay to get a tutor. Okay. I'm in nursing school and I will be able to work as an LPN after my first semester. Really? Okay, Whitney. I don't remember, Whitney, if I did you ask a question? Oh, what about LPN? Okay. So some of this stuff is equivalent to LPN as well, but you have to have some type of nursing experience. So I'm not sure if you are already working at a hospital. Maybe when you, after your first semester, you work as an LPN. I don't know how though, because in order to work as an LPN, you have to take boards. You have to take your NCLEX. So do more research to see if they're telling you the truth, because in order for me to work as a registered nurse, I have to take the NCLEX, pass it to be a registered nurse. In order to be a licensed practical nurse or licensed vocational nurse, you have to take boards in the United States. You have to take the NCLEX, pass that, and then you're licensed. They won't let you work as an LPN without that. Okay. Let me see. I just wanted to know if I should do it for the summer. Some do what? Your LPN for the summer? Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I had a conversation with my whole daughter. She is my second one. She's in college right now, her first year, and she's already trying to figure out what little certification can I get before I get my degree. So I talked to her about certain things, and it's good to have somebody in your corner that can guide you in the right direction. But yeah, if you want to do that for the summer, yeah, but make sure whatever they're saying, if you can work as an LPN after one semester is over, they have to take an authorization. They have to send an authorization to test to you, and you have to take boards in order to be a licensed practical nurse. Now, if it's just a practical nurse, everybody won't accept you to work because they want you to be licensed, if that makes sense. Okay. I got certified at a nursing home and then worked at another one. Okay. Working nursing homes, you get a lot of call-offs. I'm sure you do. And truth be told, Ladybug, working at a hospital, you do too. You get call-offs at a hospital too. All right, let me catch up with these. Let me catch up with these comments. Okay, they wanted me to take a class to pass meds too. Jeannie, you got this. You know what? You got this. Don't even trip. Go and get you some type of math tutor. I'm sure the schools have tutors there. Everybody that's a nurse is not good at math. I am. I actually love math. And when I think of math, I think about money. What money am I spending? What do I need? How much of this do I need for that to make it enticing for me? I did that back in high school. Okay. I used to be so good at math. I would calculate how much my paycheck was with all taxes, Social Security, Medicare, all of that stuff at the age of like 16 or 17. I should have been an accountant, but nah. But anyway, you could do this. So, let's see. I didn't need that responsible, especially for what they paid. My brother's friend is traveling nursing, and it is like 30. Travels everywhere and makes bank. Yeah, travel nursing, especially when I was doing it. I mean, let me just give you an example. In a month, and this wasn't even the highest contract, but in a month, I would bring home maybe 16, 17,000 a month. You look at my staff paycheck, you like, whoo, that's a hell of a pay cut, but it's not travel, and those travel rates are not that high anymore. Okay. What else? So, Regina, you can take online classes if they're asking for prerequisites. Definitely take online classes until you come up with a better solution. But you need to know if you're going to this school, you need to know if they'll accept the prerequisites. If you're taking them at a different school from the school that you want, you also need to know will they work with your schedule. If they're not working anything out with you, don't do it, because another school may have different prerequisites in order for you to get your LPN or your RN. Okay, and then it'll be a waste of time and money if they don't take your classes. So you got to do a lot of research. You got time. You got to do a lot of research though. Okay, some schools will work. Yes, they will. When I got certified, I had to take classes, but we had to learn in a nursing home. Classes are in school, and then we went to nursing home a few days a week. Traveling because it's about to spring. The money is to be made. Okay, state boards. Have a great weekend. You too. My sister and her my mom and her 3 sisters are all nurses. Awesome. Mostly retired. Okay, I got down to all of my comments. Let me check this poll. See what y'all got on this poll. Interested in becoming a CNA or currently? Hopefully y'all got that I meant working as a CNA. So 56% is yes. Okay, so good. I'm not just talking to people that don't need this. All right, so the next one I want to talk about is travel CNA. You can't do this fresh out of school, baby, so don't. Get some time under your belt, right? Get maybe a year under your belt. When you travel, they want you to travel in an area that you already have experience. If you do long-term care work as a CNA, they're going to offer you long-term care jobs. If you work in a hospital, in an ER, ICU, they're going to offer you those jobs because they want you to have that experience. Of course, you're not going to be pushing meds and hanging drips and stuff like that, but they want you to be able to help out. Now, if people are desperate, if you have a year of experience as a CNA, they will take you anywhere. Whatever CNA jobs they have that's available, they will take you. And travel CNAs make bank. They really do. Agency, travel and agency is 2 different things though. So let me get into that. But another thing that I will say, if you're traveling, make sure that company gives you a tax-free stipend. The best way to get money for travel is working somewhere 50 miles away from home, because that tax-free stipend, unless something changes after this video, unless that tax-free stipend is going to really help, okay? And then it's going to cover housing, it's going to cover food. And then you get other benefits as well, but you want to make sure if you're traveling, if you do local, no. If you do local, you're not going to get a tax-free stipend. So your hourly need to be more. If you travel, say your travel fee, maybe they're going to give you $2,000 a week as a CNA, which is pretty good. Maybe half of that or $1,100 of that is your stipend. Remember, $1,100 is tax-free. When it comes to $900 left, that's the only part that's going to get taxed. That's going to be some good money. So guarantee you bringing home $1,100 plus whatever is not taxed out of that $900. That's how you make bank in travel. Now, when you're doing local, well, here, let me get to the next one and then we'll talk about local travel. Okay, so let me look at the comments real quick. Carolina, I'm a foreigner, so I came here to the U.S. and started as a CNA. My goal is to study and pass the NCLEX. I have really enjoyed working here. Awesome. Hopefully you are.
Can I get some donuts?
Did you not get them yet? 1 second, y'all.
No, I didn't.
You didn't open it? Which one did you want?
The white one in a bowl.
The powder? Can you reach a bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just don't make a mess.
Okay.
Did you finish your hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
when we come back to wash your cars, I'm gonna wear my pajamas and change out.
You want to wear that? You just want to wear that because that was your little gift from your auntie. You not about to be on camera with that dirty dress on. You done spilled hot chocolate on, making me look bad as a parent.
I just want to look.
No.
Just say hi.
You can say hi from the background, Puddin'.
Hi.
Okay. Go ahead.
What did I say?
Hey. All right, y'all. Sorry for the interruption. I'm not going to not say something to my baby girl, but she got hot chocolate spilled all over her dress. And no, y'all not about to say I'm a bad parent. Anyway. Okay. I'm not about to have that out here like that. Y'all not going to say she nurse savvy. I got her child out here with hot chocolate stains. That baby wanted some hot chocolate. She going to get some hot chocolate. But she changing that dress before we leave this house. Anyway, so sorry, not feeling well. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Oh, you feel better, Melanie? Okay, CNA agency is best local ? Hey, Puddin'. Well, she downstairs. I'm not gonna bring her back up here because then she gonna want to get in the camera. And again, she not about to have no big hot chocolate stain on her little dress on the internet. But anyway, you're welcome. Okay, so let me get back to it. So, has anyone ever worked in an assisted living facility? Let me know in the comments. Anybody? Yes, no, I need some interaction here. It's enough people to interact with me. I actually had a family member in a living assistant, which with living assisted living, with living assistant, no, with assistant living, it's a lot cleaner. Of course, it costs more and they don't take insurance. So you can be a CNA at an assisted living facility. One second. Today. Hold on, did my mic die? Fresh out of school, baby, so don't. Get some time. Can you hear me now? Sound cut out right before explaining, working out. Okay, so my mic, something is going on with my mics. It is what it is. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to, ooh. There we go. I'm just going to do this without the mic on. I tried, but it is what it is. Let me cut these off. Maybe they died on me. My little ditey mics. It's on, but it's not like... It's on, but it's not really helpful. So, all right, let me make sure you see that's available. They will take you. And travel CNAs make bank. They really do. Why do it seem like travel and agency is why do it seem like my stuff is so delayed? Oh, wait a minute. I must have pressed something. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get my life together because I don't want to record something and nothing comes out and it's a waste. CNAs make bank. They really do. Why do it seem like okay. Now, we good. Let me get back to the chat. But yeah, definitely sorry about that. Definitely assisted living seems a lot easier than long-term care. It seems a lot easier than maybe even a hospital as a CNA. Now, let's get to agency CNA. If you can hear what I'm saying, say agency CNA. Like I can hear y'all, but just put it in the chat. If y'all can hear me, say agency CNA. Perfect. Okay. So, I saw a comment mentioning something about local travel. So, with the local travel, thank you, ladies. Appreciate you. With the local travel, thank you. Okay, I see it. Agency is one thing, traveling is another. Now, when you're doing local contracts, you pretty much agency, right? But with agency, you don't get any stipends at all. With travel, there's stipends, but if you're if you're 49 miles and closer to your home, your assignment, them tax-free stipends are getting taxed, right? So that $2,000 that I mentioned earlier, that whole thing is going to be taxed. Instead of that $900 that was taxed and $1,100 tax-free, no, the whole thing. Regina, you interested in travel? How long have you been a CNA? And I may give you I'm gonna give you some just remind me at the end to give you a couple agencies to look at. Yes, 50 miles or more. So if you're 49 miles or less, you're not getting a travel stipend. Okay, not at all. If your agency and you drive in an hour and it's 51 miles, that don't matter because they're not paying you no travel stipend. You're strictly agency. So you going, maybe they'll give you some mileage, but when you get a stipend, forget that mileage. You getting paid for your housing, for your food, right? Okay, so agency would be pretty much okay, it's a hospital around the corner for me. So it's an agency that needs nurses in a particular ER, right? I have ER experience. And say they're paying their nurses $65 an hour. This is agency. So whatever I get is going to be taxed. Hey, from I'm sorry, I'm saying it all wrong. Portland. Hello there. So $60 working as an agency, CNA, LPN, RN, NP. They gonna tax all that money. The only way that you not getting taxed, 5 years, that popped up on my screen. I saw that. You good. Okay, well, you good. So, Regina, what you need to do is you need to look at some agencies that offer CNA positions. I'm going to give you two. I said wait to the end. I don't want to forget. Look at Aya Healthcare. Aya has gave me a lot of money. AYA Healthcare. Okay, if you need a recruiter, send me a DM on shepetty.yt on IG. Okay, on Instagram. Look and see if Aya Healthcare does CNA assignments, as well as there is, I always link it, but I don't think I linked anything in my description. Look up Vivian. Vivian is like an agency. Dang it, I didn't link it in here. I wish I did. Vivian is a place where you can look at different agencies and they will tell you the amount, the place, and when they want somebody. Okay. Now, agency work, they want everything. They want to know everything about you. You got to get a physical. You got to get drug screen. So if you on drugs, you may not want to do that until you clean. Okay. Every assignment that you do, you're going to have to pee. You need to be up to date on your immunizations. They don't play about none of that. Okay. Because these hospitals, I know it's a lot of anti-vaxxers, but a lot of us growing up got our vaccines. So they want to see a record of certain titers. Hospitals require certain titers. You said, what's my name on IG? Here. I got you. Let me see if I can put a link in there. But when it comes to travel or agency, they want to know all of this. And some travel assignments will allow you to do a religious exemption for flu, for COVID, for other things. You just have to see what they will allow, because a lot of people can't get certain things. You know, they may have certain illnesses, and they can't get certain vaccines. I don't even really like vaccines, to be honest, because you putting that mess in me and it don't always work. But that was something that I grew up having. Of course, I do detoxes, and you have to know. Yes, religious exemption. Yeah, for COVID. I think if you never got a flu shot and you're against it, you can probably get your doctor to put something in there. But you can give that a shot. Where is my little stuff where I would link everything? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Here we go. And while I am, look, I'm going to do a shameless little plug because y'all know I'm a medical scrub business owner. I recently dropped my scrub prices down. If you need any scrubs for work. Okay, wait. This link is the Vivian link. Go on that website for anybody that need it. Let me give y'all my IG. But yes, I'm a medical scrub business owner. And to give you an example of what my prices are, I literally dropped my half zipper tops. If you saw me recently, I've been wearing regular clothes, but when I first started doing my videos, I would do them in my scrubs. And the majority of 80% of my scrubs was from my website because I'm my own model. But say the scrub top, I think I dropped those down to like maybe $10 for the top. And then I split them up because everybody is not the same top and bottom. Some people are more top heavy than bottom, or more bottom heavy than top. The pants right now are $15. I'm 5'10" and they're long enough for me. And then I have some scrub. What's wrong? You stuck? Oh, Lord. That's my IG. Give me 1 second. My child's stuck. Don't leave. I promise I'll be back. What's wrong? I'm on my video.
I can't find Amy. I can't find baby Amy.
We'll find her later.
Okay.
All right, my little setup, y'all saw my little light back there. Okay. Okay, my scrub business. I'm back. It didn't take long because she was in a room across from me. That's my scrub business. No code is necessary. So I literally have scrub tops, scrub bottoms. I have compression socks. I have badge reels. I have badge cards. I have syringe highlighters. That's like $1. I have scrub jacket sets. So I have where you got the pants, the shirt, and you got a jacket on top. I think those are $60. They were $80. I just dropped them down to $60. But I just wanted to shameless plug. Yes. And my scrubs have zipper pockets. So the ones here, then the cargo pants with the snaps, and then in the back it snaps. It's cute. It's cute. You can look on there if you want. And I usually ship out pretty fast. Okay. All right. Let me go back to the comments to see what I missed. Okay. Vaccinations. I did. Shift key. Not a problem. Don't do drugs. Not even Tylenol. Gotcha. What does agency mean? Hopefully I answered that already. Grateful and blessed. Yes, IA Healthcare. Let me see. I started as a CNA. I quit the job and let my license expire. Went to school for medical assistance. Wanted to be an RN. I wanted a job for overnight, and I had to do CNA. But I am an RN now. CNA is good. Oh, okay, cool. All right, let me get back to this paper. Okay, so to sum up what an agency nurse is, you earn more money per hour to do some short-term work, right? Same as travel, but there's going to be maybe a slight price difference. Now, agency works everywhere, okay? Just like if the travel assignments, if it's needed, you can travel anywhere, right? But it's all based on availability. When you see those assignments and they out here trying to give you $3,000-$4,000 right now, and it's not California, they are desperate. Now, travel with travel, you can get benefits. Of course, it's coming out of your check. So, you gotta, for me, I didn't do any benefits. I just took my husband's insurance and, me and the kids was all on his, and I would just travel and I didn't take any of their stuff so I can maximize my money. With agency, it's like per diem. If anybody has ever been per diem, it's more so if you make more money, but you have no insurance, you have no dental, unless they offer it. But when I was agency, that wasn't offered. Okay, so have you ever thought about working in hospice care as a CNA? Let me know. Me, I'll let y'all write in the comments, but for me, I worked in the ICU when I was a novice, and my patient turned into a hospice patient. Now, me being a young nurse, not really thinking about, I don't want to work in hospice, I'll never work in hospice. Some patients in the ICU turn hospice. And if the hospice floor is full, you're not going to always get that hospice patient off of your floor. They're going to be your hospice patient. I don't like hospice. I got into nursing because I wanted people to feel better, to get better. And that's not always the case. We can't always hold those cards. So I'll never forget her because she was laughing and talking with her husband. And a few days later, she was on a morphine drip. And that was her wishes, right? I'll never forget her because I never wanted to do that. But that was her wishes. I made sure that her husband was there when she was transitioning. And, I said a prayer because I really don't like hospice. Now, if you don't mind helping people comfortably towards the end of life, that's for you, right? Some people are sweet. Some people are good. I'm glad Vivian got plenty of jobs. Make sure that I don't know how it goes, Regina, with you getting as a nurse, we can't work in another state without getting a license in that state. I'm not 100% sure about a CNA because I've never been one. Okay, but yes, hospice is another way. If you burnt out from long-term care and you want to do hospice, you could do that. You could do assisted living CNA. You can work in a hospital as a CNA, but they label CNAs in a hospital differently. It may be a patient care tech. If you're trying to get in there and you want to look for the job and you don't see certified nurse assistant, look for patient care associate, patient care tech. Excuse me. Now I wrote down this phlebotomy. Now, I started off as a phlebotomist. I was a phlebotomist for 8 years before even doing nursing, right? That was my way of nurse tech. That's right. That was my way of getting my foot, my pinky toe in the door to see if I like it, right? My daughters were a lot younger when I started. Literally, when I graduated from my class for phlebotomy, I had them in a double stroller. My two oldest. My little one that just came here asking about cookies or donuts wasn't even thought of, okay? But my two older ones were literally in a double stroller. So phlebotomy, if you have your CNA and you want to get a little extra credential, go get your phlebotomy certification. They have classes that's 2 weeks long, a month long. They have some they do Saturday classes. There's some where you could just do it all day, Monday through Friday, 5-hour classes for 2 weeks, and you study to take your certification for that. Whatever the case is, if you're not afraid of needles and drawing blood, right? Because phlebotomy, all you're doing is drawing blood. It's nothing else. No injections. That's what medical assistants do. I gave the baby girl the donuts. Gina, she came in here and asked. She know how to get them. That girl's 6 years old. She just asked because she get them because I taught her to be respectful and don't just grab food. Okay, but my aunt just came by and she bought those for her. So she's like, can I have the donuts? Yes. Can I put them in a bowl? Yes. So she got them. Let me see. But yes, phlebotomy, if you want to add that on to your agenda with the CNA, is good because say you're tired of wiping behind, say you're tired of twisting, pulling, turning, you can just drop that off to a side, pick you up a needle, feel the vein, and insert. Of course, it's not that easy. You got to do classes. You got to know certain things. But that's another way that you can maximize your CNA. If they see you already have experience in the medical field, they're like, oh, okay, well, you've been a CNA already. Now you want to do phlebotomy. You have your certification. Perfect. You can work in our lab. Simple as that. Or ZLB plasma, if y'all have one of those in y'all state. Any type of donation, like Red Cross. Yeah, a lot of those, they'll take you. Surgical tech, not bad too. What I've heard, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, Evans. Let's see. So, somebody like Regina. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not pink lemonade. That's emergency. That's when you're sick. It's just the flavor of pink lemonade. Drink your water. Did you eat your donuts?
Yeah, can I get some popcorn?
Not now. You have to wait.
For you to get them.
Yes, please.
Hi.
They said hi, but don't come over here with that dress. We gonna change that up when we get done, child. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then when we come back, I can wear my pajamas, guys.
Yes. Okay, they don't want to hear about PJs.
PJs.
Bye-bye.
They hate PJs, right?
No, we love PJs. They keep us warm and cozy. But I'm going to say bye so I can finish this. Or do you need to go to your room?
No.
That always get her.
Keep being loose. Why is it loose?
I don't know. Daddy got to fix it. All right. So this is something that might be good if you want to do it, Regina, is a CNA instructor. Educator, a trainer. I don't know if you want to do it. You got some experience. You said you got certified, but you've been doing it for a long time. Anybody that has been doing something over 5 years can be an instructor if they want to. Because, I mean, the stuff that you do pretty much becomes repetitive, and you're doing the same stuff over and over. And you've seen, if you consistently doing the job, you've seen different things. But you could be a CNA instructor. They have training centers out here. They have vocational schools. They have community colleges that hire people with experience, you can always look into that. You probably haven't even thought of it. Now, for me, yes. Now, for me as a nurse, even though I have my bachelor's, don't worry, I'm getting my master's. I wouldn't be able to teach other nurses, not RNs. I would have to have my master's in order to teach RNs. I can teach LPNs or I can teach CNAs because I have my bachelor's. But for a CNA instructor, I don't think it's required for you to have a bachelor's degree. You have your CNA, you have your training. Okay. I got a couple more. So this is something that I know, if you want to transition. So if you a CNA and you just tired, I think you have to take classes with this one though, but you can transition into being a medical biller. So you can use your medical background, take a course for medical billing, and you can go and do that. Some people get into medical billing that is not even in healthcare. And, they just want to be in healthcare and they want to do something with that, but don't want to do patient care anymore. Medical billing. And the last one I'm going to say, let me drink some water because I've been running my mouth for about 61 minutes and 13 seconds. This is something that I've seen, I've worked at, I've been a supervisor for. Dialysis technician. So there's a DaVita, Fresenius, Greenfield Health. It's a lot of local dialysis places. It's one in each hospital, but the big ones is Fresenius and DaVita. They will take you as a CNA. They will train you whenever you're in a dialysis clinic. They will train you. It takes a while to be trained. You get good training. And I think when I was there, they made me sign something where I couldn't leave for 2 years because of all of that training they spent on everybody that comes through the door. So dialysis techs usually get a higher salary than the traditional CNA roles. So if it's anything, yes, DaVita. If it's anything out of the ones that I've mentioned that sounds good to you, let me know in the comments. And I'll go over briefly the names. So a hospital nursing assistant, signing a contract. I think they do. I think they make you stay for like 2 years. Okay, so let me know which one is better for you, enticing to you. It's a hospital nurse assistant, a home health aide, a travel CNA, assisted living CNA, agency CNA, hospice care CNA, a phlebotomy technician with CNA experience, a CNA educator or trainer, medical billing with using your healthcare experience as a CNA, but taking another course to get yourself out of the role if you don't want to become a nurse and you just want to do non-bedside things, medical biller, or a dialysis technician. Which one? Let me know in the comments. It's quite a few people still here. I just want to know which one do you think is good for you? Let me know. And while y'all typing, let me look at this poll. 52%. Okay, so maybe that was a success. And hopefully the person that DM'd me about this is watching this. If not, Chris, all this was for you. I don't know what your YouTube name is, but it was Chris on IG. Chris with a K. Okay. Hospice care CNA. Okay, Gina. Anybody else want to tell me which one they preferred? But it definitely, this list, there are some jobs that's going to pay you more than others. And I'm glad that I did this because, my channel was all about nursing. right? And I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting the people that started a little bit. I mean, because like I said, CNAs are a part of a backbone of RN, LPN. We need y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I did something else too on here. So if y'all got time, if you want me to tell you the best jobs for CNAs, put it in the chat. If not, I don't want to waste y'all time. Okay, it's Saturday. If y'all don't want to hear it, it's okay. If you want to hear the best jobs, say tell us. I'll tell y'all real quick, okay? Because I don't want to take too much time because now my child asking for snacks and all of this stuff, and we still got to do something. Okay. Yes. Okay, Ladybug. Oh, you like the CNA educator. All right, Gina, dialysis. She over here playing with me, giggling in the background. Go down. Go down, Puddin'. Go down. I'm almost done.
Hi. Look at my dress.
No.
It's so cute.
Okay, guys. All right, let's wrap this up because my little child is being a bit much. So the best jobs.
Hurry up, Mom.
What'd you say? We're not going to be disrespectful.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Take your time.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Hospital-based CNA. Okay? Home health CNA. Skilled nursing facility CNA. Which that's not for everybody. But you'll always get a job there. They're always short. Rehab CNA. Meaning surgeries, rehab facilities in nursing homes coincide with one another, but sometimes there's a rehab floor and sometimes it's just a skilled floor, if that makes sense. Pediatric CNA. If you love the babies, you can be a pediatric CNA. You don't have to worry about adults at all. Apply to a children's hospital or work at a pediatric clinic, something like that, okay? Hospice CNA, of course, agency CNA, behavioral health technician. Grateful and blessed. So elaborating on hospital or hospital-based. So if you remember when I said when you work as a CNA in a hospital, they say PCT, PCA, patient care tech, patient care associate. You can work at any floor, okay? They don't even need you to have experience. If you fresh out of school, they'll take you. But you got to know what to look for. Patient care tech, nurse tech, patient care associate, nursing assistant. Sometimes you'll see CNA, but that's not usually the hospital jargon for that. You can work in med surg, ICU, ER, outpatient clinics, any of that. Yes, so behavioral health technicians. If you like mental health, you can work at a mental health facility. You can work in a hospital at a psych unit because you're supporting these patients with mental health conditions and substance abuse disorders. CNAs work in surgery centers. So if you don't mind helping prepare patients for procedures and assisting with post-operative care, that is less wear and tear on your body. You wouldn't mind doing, you can always apply. You can always apply. What I will say is when you're in a hospital and you're a CNA, it may not be a lot of CNAs working with you. So like when I worked in the ICU, we had one to cover our floor, our side, and then there was another one to cover the other side. We never had like 4 or 5 of them. No. We're just sad. In the ER, they were called patient care techs. We have a plethora. So if you want to work in an area where it's going to be more than one, I'm not sure about labor and delivery because when I deliver my children, the nurse just usually came in. No. You're not going to do that. Okay, go in your room because you're not following direction.
Okay, I'll listen.
You're not following direction, Puddin'.
I listened the first time.
Okay, surgery centers and private duty. So private duty is home care. Same thing. But it's more so you with this family for the long term. So like I mentioned, the gentleman that ran track, that got into an accident, that they had a lawsuit. They bought this luxury home with a pool in the backyard, a nice deck, all of this stuff, lived in a rich neighborhood. His family literally stayed with him, but it was his home. That would be a long-term patient because he was bed bound. You would have to get him up, wash him up. He could brush. He was only paralyzed from the nipple down, right? He could brush his teeth. He would comb his hair, but you would have to wash him up in the shower. You would have to give him a suppository for him to have a bowel movement. He wanted breakfast made, which he really never had a healthy breakfast. Back then that I thought about it, he would drink like hot chocolate and a cookie. And that was his breakfast. It was never like I'm making eggs and toast and bacon or sausage or none of that. But that's what he wanted. So that part made it easy. To get him dressed, stuff like that. But let me see if there's any other thing in the comments. And I'm gonna end this poll at 53%. Thanks for participating. So let's see. Hospice care, living assistant, CNA, agency CNA, possible dialysis tech, CNA educator, dialysis, CNA urgency. That's what I did. Nice. Essential work CNA, I loved it. So the highest paid, to be honest, Gina, the highest paid out of this list would probably be a dialysis technician, agency, travel, and maybe a hospital nurse assistant out of that list. Maybe. If you want to look at the highest paid. I'm not sure what the rates are for long-term care because, like I said, I've never been in it. I've never really looked into it because that was nothing that I preferred to work at because of the smells. Okay, let's see. I'm a high school student in a special program and will be a certified nurse assistant by the end of my junior year. Awesome. So Addie, where would you like to work with your certified nurse assistant degree? What area would you like to work in? Or have you not thought about it yet? Okay. Do you think CNAs in hospitals does harder or lesser work than nursing home for pulling and tugging? As far as, okay. You're welcome, Evans. No problem. So to answer your question, grateful and blessed, hospital is going to have less work than a nursing home. Reason why I say this. In a hospital, if you're an aide and you cover a CNA and you cover whatever floor, if you're covering a floor, a med-surg floor, you may have, I don't know what the ratios are for CNAs, but I know for nurses, you're supposed to, maybe if you short, it may be 8 to 10. Because if they were critical, they would just go up to the ICU or maybe step down or something like that. But if you worked at a nursing home, the ratio for that same nurse would be 1 to 25, if that makes sense. So the workload is more because you have to deal with more people. You have to check out different people to make sure. You got to make sure ain't nobody falling, getting out the bed, as well as pulling, tugging. That's for both jobs, honey. You can't get away with that in the hospital. Now, if you trying to get away from pushing and tugging as a CNA, you may want to do like on this paper, you may want to do home care. You may want to do that where you might be dealing with maybe 1 or 2 patients. So you're not doing multiple patients that may be different weights. Okay, maybe a 200-pounder here, a 300-pounder there, 150 pounds here. If you're doing home care, you kind of get an idea of what you're signing up for. They tell you. Or if you want to do, dialysis technician, you're not pushing, pulling, tugging. They're not supposed to even lift people up out of the they're not even supposed to lift people up. If somebody comes on a gurney, they have to have equipment to take them off and put them on a chair, because you're not supposed to be twisting, pulling, and tugging on your back. Because we had patients that came in on the ambulance, and we would have the ambulance to put them into the chair. If they came in a wheelchair, they already had the little why am I going blank? They had like the little sling, and we had the device to hook that up so we can lift the patient up, put them in the chair, put them back down, and that stayed underneath them. So if they needed to get up to go home, all we had to do was bring the Hoya lift over, hook them things back up there, lift them up, put them back in the chair, put them down. We already weighed, because everything in dialysis is about weight and fluid. We already put the weight on their chair, so when we had to weigh them at the end, we deducted the amount on the chair and went from there. So dialysis is less pushing, pulling, and tugging as well. But pretty much, or phlebotomy, you don't got to lift nobody. When I was a phlebotomist for those 8 years before getting into nursing, I didn't lift one patient. If they came in on a wheelchair, it's okay. You can say right here, we drew that blood in that wheelchair. Nobody came to us on a gurney because I was outpatient. Now, when I drew blood inpatient, I'm sorry, not inpatient, but when I drew blood in a nursing home, they were already in their beds. I didn't have to lift anything. If I had to lift anybody up, it might have been their bed, because their bed was too low, and I'm tall, I'm 5'10". So I would lift them up to my waist so that my back wouldn't hurt, if that makes sense. Anybody else have a question for me? Oh, let me see. What did you put on here? Joshua, you said if she's in Florida, I wouldn't recommend long-term care. Long-term care may not be the best thing for everybody. It's a way to get your foot in the door and work, but it shouldn't be your forever, because it's a lot of wear and tear on your body. It's too many patients that you have to take care of, and it's too much wear and tear on your body. Okay, a fellowship at a nursing home. I work at a hospital, but long-term goal is to go to college, either become an RN or, radiology. You love the babies. Pediatric. Okay, nice. You got plenty of time to figure that out, Addie. Keep up the good work. Oh, you got clinical. Okay, you got clinical at a nursing home, but you work at a hospital. Okay. Awesome. Anybody else have any comments, questions, concerns? Want to talk about something in the next video, in the next live? I try to do these lives every other week, but life be lifing, and at least I'll do it once a month. So, like, if I don't think there's a topic that needs to be discussed because nobody has asked, then I won't do a live. You'll see me do my shorts, which you're going to see me do a short pretty much every day. And I appreciate you guys for subscribing to the channel. If you have not already, y'all are everything to me, because if y'all knew what my old channel had been through, and this channel, I grew this channel to where it is in 1 year. So if you out here and you want to be a content creator, just do it. Do it and critique yourself as you go. Nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody is Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast. But you can be you, and you can relate to a lot of people. Have some knowledge on what you're saying, because if you don't, they're going to call you out on it. And everybody is not going to, grateful and blessed, What do you want in particular on that LPN video? Let me know in the comments. Thank you. One more thing. Yes, a CNA can do pediatric care. So if you work at a hospital, if you work at a children's hospital, those are all pediatric patients. Now remember, pediatrics is anything from 0, newborn, fresh out the womb, to 18. So if you are not comfortable with itty bitty babies, I mean, when I was a phlebotomist, I used to draw on a few day old babies doing bilirubin tests. If you're not comfortable with itty bitties, you still have 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 15, 16-year-olds. That's all pediatric. But yeah, so grateful and blessed. Tell me, what in particular do you want me to discuss for LPN video? Because when Chris sent me a message, she had particulars about that because she was going to school and she wanted to know, oh, is it worth getting into? So I can tell you now, and if you want me to elaborate more, I can. But it all depends on what your goal is. If you're too busy and you can't go to school for RN for 2 years to get your associate's degree, or to get your master's, and you just want to go to school to get your LPN for 1 year, it may be worth it for you. It's going to be a step up in the pay from CNA to LPN for sure. A lot of people that come to me that are non-healthcare, that want to get information on should they go to RN or LPN, I ask them, do you have 2 years to put into school at a community college? I got my RN at a community college. And then I went back to get my bachelor's because one of the schools that was affiliated with my community college came. They gave us a discount. In another year, I got my bachelor's. So I literally got my bachelor's degree with 2 years in my associate's degree, got my RN, passed boards, and 1 more year. So 3 years, I got my bachelor's instead of going to a brick and mortar and taking 4 years to get it. Okay, let me see. Also, do you think if a person don't like CNA, would LPN be a good move? Yes. But if you don't like CNA, why you don't like CNA? Is it because it's just too much wear and tear on your body? Being a nurse is, depending on what type of nurse you are. If you're the nurse that's going to help your CNA, then it can be some wear and tear, but it's a team effort, right? If you are a nurse and you say, okay, look, grateful and blessed, I'm going in room 8 to go put this patient on the bedpan. Can you just go and check on them in a couple of minutes to get them off the bedpan and get them cleaned up? That's what I call teamwork. Not, hey, grateful and blessed, I need you to go to room 8, put them on the bedpan. I'm about to go over here and sit down. That's not teamwork. And you're not going to want to help me because I'm delegating stuff to you and I'm sitting down. Now, granted, when I sit down, best believe I'm charting. If it's something that I need to get up and do, that charting can wait. I can get up and I can do what I need to do. But everybody ain't like me. Some people think, oh, well, I'm a nurse. I ain't got to do none of that CNA stuff. I've been there, done that. No. If you want to make sure that your patient is together, because if something happens and the doctor asks, why wasn't this done? Why wasn't that done? You can't point the finger and say, oh, I told my CNA to do it. And if they didn't do it, you still got to do it. So it all depends on, if you don't like CNA, why don't you like it? Is it too much wear and tear on your body? Is it you don't want to just be stuck in a nursing home? I gave opportunities for you to get out of the nursing home, right? I don't know, quite a few, okay? So thank you, Ladybug. Let me know if those kind of answer what you're saying. And if you want to respond, let me know in the comments. Grateful and blessed. Okay, what if I want to be an RN, but I have a tremor and it might not be able to do needles because of it. Are you on any type of medication for your tremors? And is the tremor in your dominant hand, or is it both? Addie. And just let me tell y'all this. When you're a nurse, you're not going to be at the bedside forever. You're not. Because you'll be burnt out if you work the bedside for 30 years. You'll be burnt out. Because it's a lot of wear and tear on your body, unless you have a good team. Nowadays, the way that a lot of people's mindsets is, a lot of people's mindset is, well, I don't like this job, I'm gonna quit. Which you shouldn't be stuck at a job that you don't like, but did you give it a chance? Give yourself a chance. I'm gonna give myself 1 year to see if I like this job. It looks better on a application. It looks better on a resume instead of I work this job. I put videos out there. I work this job 3 months and quit. I work this job 3 weeks and quit. Don't put them on your resume, because that employer is going to be like, so you going to work here for 3 months, 3 weeks and quit? No. Give jobs a year to see if you like it. It might just be a bad atmosphere. So if you want to, hold on, let me get back to you, Grateful. Wear and tear the body. Okay. No medication, both. It's moderate level. I see a neurologist. So Addie, since you have time, because you said you were, I don't remember if you said you were in high school or if you were in college. High school student with a special program. Okay. So Addie, give it some time. See what your neurologists do, because I know quite a few neurologists. I work close with some at my current job, and there are things out there that can help you. Of course, this is not medical advice. See what your neurologist says and go from there, because they may be able to control it with certain things. It's different techniques that they could do. Okay. Let's see. Someone is telling me to start as a CNA first to see if you like it. Grateful and blessed, you do not have to start as a CNA. You don't. Like I told you, I was a phlebotomist to see if I liked healthcare. Sometimes starting off as a CNA, you may not like it, and it'll deter you from doing what you want to do. You don't always have to start as a CNA. But CNA classes are quick. They're easy to complete, and it can get you in that field quicker. Now, grateful and blessed, if you want to be an LPN, you do that 1 year and you work. Some hospitals are starting to open up and hire LPNs, but LPNs run the show at a long-term care facility, right? They passing meds, they getting paid, and it's wear and tear. It is. I'm not going to lie to you. It's wear and tear. But after getting some experience, you can opt out of that bedside and do other things. Okay, you can work at a clinic where you're not doing nothing too crucial to your body other than walking around, maybe getting vitals, temperatures, helping with whatever. But it's not like push, pull, lift, because this is an outpatient clinic. That should never be wear and tear on your body. So what I will say, wherever you feel you need to go, you. With CNAs, I'm telling you, you'll always have a job, but you'll always have a job in a nursing home if they need you. Hospitals, they'll pick you, but they got to have the openings for it. You'll always have a job somewhere, and if worst case scenario happens, it's gonna be a long-term care, which is not always the best. Depending on your age, is wear and tear. As we get older, we feel those aches and pains. For the young people that's 18 that's going into it, they young, they can do all of this stuff. because we did it too. But I ain't 18. I have an 18-year-old. I had a 19-year-old, but no. It all depends on how you feel. If you want something that's less wear and tear, go get your nursing degree, work it for a couple of years, branch out into something outpatient. You still have your nurse judgment. You're not doing wear and tear. You can do, what do you call it? Surgical, post-op, pre-op. You ain't doing nothing strenuous in there. Okay? The strenuous comes in the beginning because you need to learn so much to gain your nurse judgment. Okay. Let me go back. Hopefully everybody that's watching is subscribed. I'm gonna always say that, and y'all gave me a like and you shared it if anybody needs it. You said your back is hurting already sometimes. So CNA might not be for you if you don't get into the right field. If your back is already hurting sometimes, you don't want to work long-term care. Your back is going to hurt even more. That's just being real. If you get your LPN, because truth be told, thank you for subscribing. Truth be told, if you want to be an LPN, how they do it now is you work as an LPN. No, you about to get blocked. Let me just block that because this is unnecessary. Anyway, you work as an LPN. In order to go back, you have to work so many hours, right? Then you can get into an RN program. So what I tell people is if you really want to get into nursing, go for an RN. Don't waste your time with getting your LPN, working some time, going back to get your RN. Oh, you said schools claim that you have to be a CNA first to get your LPN? What? Is that what they verbalized or you heard it from somebody? You need to go in there and talk to schools and talk to the nursing office and really see what they say. Okay, let me go up because I think I missed some. All right. I became an RN in 85. I tore my back up. I'm a back surgery in 2003. The surgeon said my back looked like I had fallen 20 feet off the building. Oh, gosh, there's wear and tear on the body. It is. It's wear and tear on any field of nursing. CNA, LPN, RN. I don't think nurse practitioner is wear and tear because most of them, if they're working, they're a provider now. So unless they want to help you with, unless they want to help you with picking up and pushing a patient or whatever, they're not required. They're not required to do it at all. So it's wear and tear, but you got to pick and choose where you're going to go at. Because nursing is a wonderful career if you got your mind set for it. So LPN is a competitive program. Okay. So yeah, stop reading on the websites. Grateful? No. The places that you want to go into to do their program, you need to call them or take a day where you need to go in there and talk to somebody in the nursing office. See if there's a nurse informational meeting. You don't need to say websites because sometimes stuff ain't updated. Go in there and see, hey, I'm interested in being an RN. I'm interested in being an LPN. What do I need? Do I need to do prerequisite classes? I need to take this, and that. And they say, oh, you don't have to be a CNA. Boom, you got it from their mouth. So stop looking at the websites because stuff has changed. I looked at a website where I was thinking about getting my MBA and my master's in nursing, and they no longer even accept. They don't even have that program anymore. So you need to talk to people in person. Call them. If they're not answering the phone, Find a day to go to whatever school you're looking at. Ask them the questions. If they can't answer the questions, ask, is there some type of nurse informative information meeting before starting this course with you? Every school should have it. I know they had it back when I was starting nursing school. It shouldn't have changed. You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? Did I pass over your comments? Geraldine, I didn't think I did. I read about you tore up your back and there was wear and tear on the body. Did you write? I read that. Was there anything else? Geraldine, was there anything else that you mentioned that I didn't read? But I did agree with you. It's wear and tear, 100% in healthcare. Yeah, please check them out, Grateful. Anybody else? I give you maybe a minute or two to throw something in there. I appreciate you guys for chiming in and chatting with me. But if y'all want me to do something in particular for the next live, let me know. You can put it right here in the comment, or if this live is over and you want to talk to me about something, put it in the chat, because I'll be able to see it after this is done. What other fields can you discuss in healthcare? Do RN and LPN do the same thing, if you don't mind? Okay, I can do that. I can do that video, Grateful. What other fields do you discuss in healthcare? In regards to what? Usually this channel is on nursing. You know, my name is She Nurse Savvy, but usually it's about nursing. I'm talking about CNA because it was asked. I'll do a video for Grateful in regards to the RN and LPN do the same thing. Thank you. I don't think I'm trouble, but okay. Appreciate that comment. But I mean, it's multiple things. I don't know if you want to hear like the top paying healthcare, what is it? The top paying healthcare positions, because usually people want to know about what's going to make them more money. Everything has increased. Mortgage has increased. Rent has increased. Gas has increased. Groceries has increased. Everything has increased but our money. So we got to find a way to make more money with what you already have, or line yourself up in a direction to get more. Mindy, thank you, Mindy. Hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. All right, y'all. Any other questions before I end this? But yes, for sure, I'm going to write that down. Actually, I'm going to copy this. Will they let me copy it? I'm just going to write it down so I won't forget this. Grateful and blessed. Because I do not want to forget that on my next one. And hopefully everybody is subscribed. So when I do have another live and you have your notification bell on, boom, you'll see it. Amanda, thank you for that, Amanda. Hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. Let me put, this is my next live topic. So the live that I'm going to do for this one, Blessed and Grateful, is going to be in February sometime, okay? Black Cat, hello. You see, you're welcome. Okay, I'm a PC2 who was looking for other options. Other options in healthcare, or other options as a PCT, like other, you got to give me more specifics for that. Oh, other options in healthcare. I'm trying to think, do I have a video that I've done on my channel that talks about Let me just scroll and look at my titles because I might be able to just send you a link. So, okay, there's a video that I've done, and it talks about 15 healthcare jobs with no degree required. I am going to put that in the chat for you. Take a look at that. If you need more, it is okay, but that literally goes over 15 healthcare jobs. Let me see. Did I do anything else? Yeah, take a look at that one first. You're welcome. I'm going to end this live, y'all, because I got to tend to my child and I need to take the dog out to tinkle. So, like I said, hopefully everybody is subscribed to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video, the next short, because y'all know I'm coming on here every day. Okay, hard work pays off. That's why my channel is growing. And I appreciate you guys that is with me. And even the little $10 super thanks that I got. I forgot what the name of it was, but I appreciate that. That is so sweet. I've never got a super thanks on live. So that was very kind. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.